Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Love for AP50s and today we're going to be talking about the rear shocks. Now I've made the tool up to separate the shocks because when I tried to look for a tool online I couldn't find one suitable. Now all I actually had to order for this was this washer here. Excuse the dirty hands, I've been building it today and stripping this apart. Now this is a 33mm Form G washer. It's 33mm because it goes over this and has enough bite to push on the chrome surround. Now just for aesthetic purposes, and because I tried to use it in a mastic gun first, but the mastic gun wasn't strong enough. Now I've taken these edges down and they're the same size as these M14 plates that you have for sticking stud in within walls. I've then got 350mm of 15 by 3. Well, that's actually 20 by 3 I think, but 15 by 3 will be plenty big enough. In fact even 5 by 3 will be big enough because you're doing it on the stretch, not on the compression. So 350mm of that. Now I've got 2 of these plates. The reason I've got 2 is because I tried it with one first and what happened was the threaded bar decided to fuck off sideways. So got 2 plates so that holds the bar straight. There's a small distance between them. It's not very big. What's that? To maybe 3 inches. We then got a bit of M14 bar so it doesn't bend, and because I actually had it just laying about anyway. Then we got the nuts. Now this nut is welded on to give a flat surface. I'm going to modify this so on Mark 3 I'm going to put a cage around here that we can put a bolt through and it'll push on there with a gap between here, because this is fine for stripping them apart, and if you put a cushion of some sort under there, between there, when you're putting them together it'll be okay as well. But I'm going to try it with a cage, see if it gets a little bit better, because as you can see at the minute what's happening is that the shocker is going sideways a bit. So that'll be no good once it's painted. When you assemble, what you want to do is wrap this painted shroud in some cloth so it doesn't get marked. Now as you can see I've got a ring spanner, 17mm ring spanner in here. It looks like it's stuck but it's not, because when the shock's out you can take it out. That does mean that when you actually, if I use a cage, I'm going to have to use a cheap spanner in there. The reason it's a ring spanner is because an open-ended spanner won't give you enough swing on here. So at the minute I can't really think of another way to do it, but some people may have a bright idea. I've got a second nut here in case I ever want to do something by compression, and this one by stretch rather, not compression. And here we've got a bit of an M10 coach bolt cut down to use as a T-bar so it doesn't twist this nut on there, and it keeps it sturdy for when you're turning this nut. Now this all at the moment is under compression to allow you to get to the nut here. On a genuine shock, this is a 21mm AF locking washer. This is the bump stop rubber. On the pattern shocks, the locking washer is a 12mm AF. Now on this particular shock I came across a problem that I've never occurred before. the actual locking nut had rusted inside there. So what I had to do was put the end of the shock in a vise and hit this here like that to free this out of there, because all that was happening was the whole lot was compressing up. That's it. That's the thing. Oh, and when you do it, you want to make sure that if you're going to make one of these up, that the distance between this washer and not this washer, this nut, and this one is big enough to actually have room for your ring spanner to swing, so you can go around, because otherwise you're just going to get caught on this other nut. As you can see, that's like I say, that's the 17 one. That's it. It was simple enough to make. The actual design took more time than actually building it. Building it was just a case of a small weld here, a small weld there, small weld there, small weld there, and a weld on the inside. There are one or two things that I still want to change a little bit. Like I say, putting the cage on the inside should stop this shocker from moving too close to the outside edge, but it will mean that you won't be using a 19mm snap-on spanner to do this with. Just most people have got old tools laying about somewhere, so you just want a 19mm ring spanner stuck in there. It may look a bit awkward, but it works. That's the main thing. Let's see if I can show you. See, that goes on there, and as you can see, that if I didn't have that T-bar, it'd be swinging on there. Now I can't show you, and like I said, that's okay for when you're stripping them apart, because you're normally going to be refurbing the top, and the mark you'll get on there will be inconsequential. But when you're putting it back together, you're likely to have either polished these tops or wire brushed, stainless steel wire brush, and lacquering them works well. But there you go, a little homemade tool just to get it apart. It's dedicated to the AP shocks, and I hope that helps you all. Well, good luck with your rebuilds, and hope to hear you soon.